But what's a squad mean?
What's a what?
What's a squad
What?
mean?
What's a squad mean? Squad means Ohana, and Ohana means family, which means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. Welcome to the podcast, everybody. My name's Antoine, and I'm here with some special guests. Today we have Kami Senpai back again. We have Lulu Soul back again. Reverie for the win back again. And we have a guest who is a weird-looking baby over there, Snurty Snurts.
I will have you know I'm a handsome boy.
A handsome boy. Uh-huh. All right, well, you heard it here first, everybody. All right, so I have a tendency to call everybody by their first names or their in-game name or their Twitch name or their Discord name. So I'll flip back and forth. I do want to let you guys know we do have another streamer in the group. I forgot to mention last time, and I am very sorry about that. Lulu Soul at Twitch TV. Also, you can find her where?
You can also find me on YouTube and Instagram, pretty much anywhere on the interwebs under Lulu Soul.
All right, well, there we go. And she does a lot of things from art to gaming to pretty much everything. Everything that I don't do, I'm pretty sure Lulu does too. I can't draw, she draws, you know? I play music. Do you play music?
No, I pretty much just do the art and gaming.
Oh, okay,
Hey,
yeah.
Y'all had to get nerfed somehow.
Right, exactly. Speaking of which, speaking of art, I convinced the wife to let me buy a clarinet, so I can start hitting the jams on the Twitch streams. It'd be awesome.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's gonna be pretty funny. All right,
Lord
and then
of
want to ask everybody how you're doing today. We'll start with our new guest, Snurdy. How's your day going today, man?
I mean, it's going all right. You know, I'm here as usual.
Awesome.
Existing.
Can you
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about yourself?
What would you like to know?
Let's make it general questions. What's your favorite game genre?
Dude, I guess right now, like, just I'm kind of in like a survival games type of phase. Just kind of something you sit down and chill and just do random menial tasks that don't really have much reward, but you know, you do a little bit better each time.
Yeah, I think you
Uh,
were talking about Valheim.
little bit. Um, been mostly playing Yakuza recently, but Valheim,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's my jam, bro.
Feel like
All right.
once we get more updates for Valheim, maybe I'll go back to it. But I don't know. I'm also waiting on the Sons of the Forest to come out because I'm told that's good, or
Awesome.
eventually gonna be.
Did you hear about this game coming out? What was it? Is it The Last Day on Earth or last? It's like a zombie survival horror MMO game that's coming out that I'm really interested
Yeah,
Oh
in.
yeah.
I think
I
I
forget the name of it.
saw. Yeah, I think I saw someone last day something.
So life,
Mhm.
yes. He Wiggly in the chat said so. You're meaning you're playing the game of life. So yes,
Yep.
yes, essentially that. We'll watch the trailer later so you can check it out because if you haven't seen it, this game looks fantastic. It hasn't dropped yet, but we're definitely waiting on it.
It looks good.
Lulu, what have you been playing lately? I think we
Uh,
got you on the train, right?
Yeah, I'm back. I am back on Final Fantasy 14. I'm actually streaming New Game Plus.
Which
Good
weirds
stuff.
me out because they
Why?
added New Game Plus, and there's like other than like okay, I get it. You want to relive the story, cool.
But it's a different story now.
No, what? So in New Game Plus, I don't know if you've activated it before or anybody in the chat, but when you activate New Game Plus, you pick like where you want to be in the story.
You can replay any part of the story over again.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
And that would be fantastic if I could level a character doing it, but you don't get experience points for doing it.
No,
So for
you
me,
won't.
I'm like, oof.
Yeah, they need to
that's,
change that up. That would be like the
Yeah.
prime way to level, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Oof, that's a little rough. All right, next up we got Kami, aka Kami Senpai. Which that is probably the last time I'll ever say that out loud. But
I mean, just Kami is fine. That's usually what people call me
I
anyway.
have a hard time calling you that too.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay. You know, it just depends on what you want. You know, I'm all right. You know, got the Rona, unfortunately, or the vid.
Oh no.
So luckily, super slight case. So I haven't felt too bad. I'm just making it through. Enjoyed my time, my forced vacation, playing Final Fantasy, playing catch up. So that's what matters.
Can I tell them my favorite part of your COVID journey?
Oh, that I'm literally the only one in my entire house that has it? Yeah.
Not only that, right? Okay, so the story goes, right? The story goes that Corey got the best banana bread on the planet. And on
could
Monday
barely taste it.
and on Tuesday, he finds out he's got COVID.
Bro,
And
So
he's like, "Hey man,
I got fucking
not having a
sick
sense
of
of smell is the worst thing ever. I can't taste shit."
Yeah, like you can barely majority of my taste function was gone. So I was like, I can taste stuff, but it's very light. It has to be really strong for me to taste it. So I had the banana bread, and I was like, oh, thank God I can taste it. Oh, thank God.
That would have been the biggest disappointment, literally, of all time. Because
I would have just went to sleep for the rest of the week. Like, no, I'm good, bro.
did you try his experiment that he suggested?
Oh yeah, did you try my
The
experiment,
Skittles?
James? Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
the Skittles? No, I didn't try the Skittles. I didn't try the Skittles. I should
So
have. But now I can smell again, so it's not going to work.
So I proposed the
Oh.
best experiment of all time, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. If you lose your sense of smell due to coronavirus, first off, if you get coronavirus, I know we're laughing and making jokes, but it is a very serious disease, and you guys need to take care of yourselves and make sure to prevent it. Get vaccinated if you are in a location where it's very high COVID, et cetera, et cetera. But with that said, he had no sense of smell, so I thought it'd be a great idea for him to get a pack of Skittles, right? Because the Skittles company came out and they were like, "Hey, y'all,
They're all the same.
all the Skittles taste exactly the same. They just smell different. But if you can't smell them, what do they taste like?"
Mm-hmm.
So that was my
Tastes like
proposed.
candy corn.
Oh God!
Hey,
Oh,
I like candy corn.
oh
do
God!
I love
Candy
Oh,
corn
God.
is great.
Yeah.
Oh God! I'm with
You've been
the.
outvoted in.
Hang on. Where's my phone? I'm calling the police. What the hell? Excuse me. Lulu did.
She said these motherfuckers.
Oh
Again.
man.
No, she went and got candy corn.
Yeah, my
Oh
girl.
God. Oh my God. Where's my I'm gonna throw up meme?
I'm gonna throw up. Oh, the
She's
little
gonna
Um,
tear into
That's
the
a
camera.
pumpkin.
That is a candy corn
A little
pumpkin, James. They made those also. They don't taste like anything different because the different colors mean absolutely nothing
Oh,
on a
yeah.
candy
It's just
corn.
like sugar.
Not true.
And
This is autumn mix, and it's made with real honey.
Ooh, got him.
So it's
Real
still
honey.
disgusting. Got it.
That shit's great.
The thing about candy corn for me is that like we've talked about food before, and I'm a texture eater, right? So like you have that weird plasticky feeling outer shell.
wax.
Yeah, and then the inside of it tastes like
Oh,
Oh.
kid.
No.
no.
She
What
caught it
about,
real quick this time.
Yeah. But this time was
What about circus peanuts?
how did we get a follow for that?
Sorry.
I guess I'll be in the editing lab tonight, boys.
Wait. Okay, so 13. So
Oh.
between 9
Yep.
and 13. There you
Yep.
go.
Yep. Let me go ahead and write that down. All right.
Yep. Get your notes.
So candy corn, right? Plasticky, waxy outer taste, right? The inside tastes like what grits taste like, which is like this gritty, weird texture on the tongue. And then like by the time it like you start to swallow the thing, it's like disintegrated because it's all just sugar. It's like I could have just put it in a cup of water and made Kool-Aid out of it. I don't know. That's
So-
just me.
You want to know something really funny?
Mhm.
Candy corn actually has another name.
Oh,
It's almost exactly the same thing. Have you guys ever heard of mascarpone?
yes.
Mhm.
It's the same thing.
Oh,
Interesting.
So you
I've
have
heard of
this on the one hand, this very considered like, I mean, if you can't afford anything else, you can afford candy corn for Halloween. And boy, do I like candy corn.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you have this this food that is considered high end and like luxurious. The same shit.
It's
So
Stop.
you're trying to convince me that mascarpone tastes terrible too?
Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
Oh, okay, I'm
Because
just checking.
it's because I like candy corn in small doses. Mascarpone is usually like it's a
A big
giant
thing, yeah.
candy corn, and it's shaped. It's shaped like food, like fruit and stuff.
Yeah, they'll design it and put it up there for you, and
Thank you,
like they'll make
James.
an orange out of it and then slice it to make it look like an orange slice.
So the
It's pretty
orange
cool.
slice thing, like the chocolate oranges,
Oh, those are so good. But no, that's not
Yeah.
mascarpone.
yeah, so way better, 100%. Okay, just checking. All right, so Rev, we already know what you've been playing because we've been playing it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Me,
We all
you,
been there.
yeah,
me,
yeah.
you, Kami. We're the Catboy squad of Limsa. And if you're
Yeah,
from
Catboy
Limsa
Alliance.
and you're in the chat and you're hanging out, we are the boys that have been playing music and hanging out, doing the dotes, trying to find the cat girls and trying to get rid of all the tall, hokey looking ladies. You know what I mean? Okay, I have to tell the story. Okay. So there's this
Let's
one
just roll
person
for it.
named Melkor
dropping
that
that
comes and
name.
hangs out with us, right? I'm calling him by
Shout
name.
out to
Calling him out.
Melkor.
Shout out to Melkor. One day, me and Rev are playing music. We're hanging out in Limsa, as we cat boys do, you know? And he suddenly walks up as his female bunny character. I don't remember what it was at the time. Definitely got to be a guy. Definitely can't be a female. And he calls us betas. And we're like, why are we betas? And he's like, oh, because you're cat boys. You obviously have to be betas. I'm like, hold on a second.
Cat boys.
I point over the crowd, / point, because, as you do when you're in Limsa, and I point over the crowd, right? And I'm looking at like the 20 some odd people that are here for this show me and Rev are playing. And I'm like, yeah, but betas can't do this. That doesn't make any sense. I was like, they don't hang out in Limsa and talk to people. They're out there, killing mobs and stuff and not socializing with people. I don't even like the term beta. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, first off, you're playing a female character, you're a guy. Like, I'm not going to call you a beta. That's mean. Like, you just play what you like. You like what you like. There's nothing wrong with any of that. I was like, why you got to come here and be mean? So from that point on, he's known as Shrek.
Well, no,
Yeah.
because he switched from the bunny girl
Yep.
to a Lala.
Lala. Mhm.
Yep.
Then to a cat girl, then to a dragon, and then
Oh, I
to
must have missed
the
that all wrong.
what are the
And to the giant race now.
I want to call him Galka because
It's
like
not Final
Final
Fantasy.
Fantasy 11 is ingrained in my head.
All right, hold on.
I can't
Okay.
remember what they call them in
I
Final
forget what they're
Fantasy
called
14.
too. I always forget
Um,
their name too. If anybody in the chat remembers what their name is, please tell us.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
so it was just funny. Like we run into all kinds of really funny stories. I feel like it's like almost like a TV show. There are arcs, there are storylines.
Oh, the Rogadins.
Oh, Rogan.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would have never remembered
Yeah,
that a day
never.
in my life.
Never.
But so playing the game, me and James have been doing all kinds of stuff. I think I mentioned it, and we've posted pictures in our Discord. Speaking of which, if you're interested, a couple things. Well, we get started here. Might as well do a little bit of show information. We're going to give you Lulu's information, but if you check out the About Me section on the Twitch TV/Ninja21 page, there are a couple of things. One, we have a Discord. Please come and hang out with us, especially if you're hanging out in Limsa. We're there every day. I mean, I'm working from home and hanging out.
What data center?
Oh yeah. We're on the Primal. They're the best. I don't even need to tell you
Primal
because it's
X
literally
now.
the best one. You know what I mean? It's literally the best one. If you go online and you type in what's the best data center in Final Fantasy 14, Primal shows up. It's 100%. I'm not preferential on this or anything. But if you do look in there's a Discord. We do accept anybody. We like to have fun. We like to chat. We like to hang out, talk throughout the day, try to keep each other company because, times are hard. Not everybody lives near each other where they can reach an arm out and shake hands or, ask for help or talk to people. So feel free to come talk with us, have a conversation, have some laughs. We like to roast each other, talk shit, joke, all that stuff. So please feel free to come check us out. Also, in the links below, you'll find things like merchandise. You can get you a squad T-shirt. A what T-shirt?
Squat.
Oh, that's what I wanted. That's what I was waiting for. That's what I was waiting for. But anyway, let's continue.
I know.
Let's
What's
continue.
going on, Nuclear?
What's up, Nuke? All right, so that brings me to our first topic of the show today. Okay, and this is going to be an interesting topic. Maybe some would consider controversial. I wasn't going to talk about it because it was a little weird, right? But I wanted to bring it up because Kami and I have been watching a show off and on called Black Mirror. It's going to make him real sad.
We talked about it.
Because we have to.
Oh, man.
So the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because the other day I put up a video on YouTube. It was an unboxing of a pair of sunglasses that I just got. My first pair of sunglasses ever. And the only reason why I went to go get them is because they're techie. Right? They have video cameras built into them, and I can listen to music and all kinds of stuff, but I can record whatever I'm doing in first person. So my topic, or I guess I would say the topic of the show, would be what piece of technology first do you think you can't live without? But then I want a follow-up answer, kind of like what we did with the video game talk last weekend. The follow-up is, what piece of technology scares you? Because I'm interested to know, like, what... We all love tech. We all love what's coming out and what's new. And the reason why this came up was, one, we were watching Black Mirror, which if you haven't watched it, it's a fantastic show about how technology in the world can be for good and evil, but they're showing how these things can help, but more likely hurt a community or a person or an individual on a level that you wouldn't expect it to if people use it in the wrong way. So Snurdy being the guest, I'm going to start with him. He's also, I would say, into technology in a way. So go ahead and start. And we'll just first go with, what piece of technology do you think you couldn't do without first? And then we'll switch topics to the next one. So Snurdy, what do you think?
I mean, I suppose I'll keep it simple. You know, everyone's got a phone. Everyone can't really live without their phone these days. You know, it's
This is true.
got everything you need. It's got your music, got your games, got your shows. You can stream to it. You know, you can record shit with it. We're allowed to curse, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I
You're fine.
keep
There you-
instinctively doing it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean it's a great utility. It's great for a lot of different things, and it helps connect people.
True.
But like the evil side of it is that it's literally ingrained in everyone's lives, and everything is like revolving around it. Like application you use, social media you use, everything is all on this one little device. And you know, God forbid one day you get robbed, you lose it, and then you don't have your thing for a while. You just like, what do? You know, people are super dependent on it, and they don't really know how to operate without it anymore. I don't know. And plus, like, with everything being so, I guess what you would call, like, with social media, where everything's condensed and consolidated into, like, very few places. Like, there's only very few apps that everyone uses. But at the same time, it's not really healthy. It's not a good, diverse set of opinions and different personalities and stuff like that, because like everyone you end up kind of forming your own little cliques and then not really going outside of that.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't know how we're getting on this subject about phones, but like everything ends up going there in a way, because everything is oh, go ahead.
No, I'm saying we all know somebody that can sit in front of a very strong computer and then use their phone to Google something. So
Yeah, well, because you're used to it, because you used to
Yeah.
type in a little bit quick with that thumb, you know.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean it's scary how, like, when I was growing up, for example, I didn't have a phone until I was like, I think 14 or 15.
Yep.
Rural Mississippi, so I didn't have anything. I had like an iPod before then, but like no internet, nothing like that. So I have to go like to McDonald's and download apps. Get
The
your little
babysitter tablet.
yeah.
Mhm.
No, come on. I did stuff with it. It was great. I made little movies and stuff like that. It was neat. And then I got a hold of the internet. Oh yeah, the fucking internet's scary. That's some
Okay,
scary shit.
I'll stop you there. I'll stop you there. What's funny about phones, and obviously I'll be dating myself with this information. So, if you want to try to figure out how old I am without me telling you guys, my first cell phone, well, my mom's first cell phone, was an old Nokia brick flip phone. It was the very first flip phone that ever released. And then my first cell phone, I didn't get till I was 18 because that was before phones were kind of like, and everybody had one. The iPod was the clicky wheel, thing with the weird wide adapter and everything. So I've had phones forever, and I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, nobody really feels like they can't live without a phone. But I started trying to detach myself from mine. I have an iPad, which I use more now, and that does have cellular service, but I don't take phone calls on that. Nothing. It's really just so I can get my apps or read a book or whatever I need it for. So I totally agree. And I'm sure literally everybody else that watches this or is in the chat or in this room could agree that a phone is an essential or integral part of your daily business and life. Cool.
Indeed.
Thanks for that. We'll go with Kami next. You can't say keyboards. Got his ass.
But I had so many.
No, you're good.
But for real, it's mainly my phone too because I spend most of the day reading on my phone. Like, yes, I'll talk to my girlfriend, my other girlfriends, and all of them, and like the chat. I'll talk to y'all, but it's mainly so that I can consume some type of media. Like I don't watch a lot of I have all the social media, but I don't use it. I'm literally reading majority of the day on my phone. That is what I use it for.
He is the manga master, as we like to call him.
And that is why I have like 300 bookmarked series because I find a new one every day.
Yeah. All right.
Would you say like things like consumerism in terms of like just consuming content has just gotten a little bit worse year after year? Like,
I mean, um I would say yes, not it kind of depends on how you use it and what you're looking at though too, because I do have a lot of people around me that are solely there for consuming social media interests, and it's just like, and that's not me, and that's why I don't particularly have an issue with it. But that's mainly because like all of you, well, most of y'all have me on social media. When's the last time I actually posted anything
Yeah.
that
No,
I'm not sharing or being tagged in?
Oh yeah, no. Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah, I
to be
don't do
fair,
that.
Twitter, you do
Twitter?
share memes on Twitter.
No. I don't even retweet there because I steal them and save them to my phone. Yeah. That is why
True.
I'm the meme reseller. That's all I go on there for. But
Oh
yeah,
my
I don't.
gosh.
A lot of things are shared and consumed, and it is worrying, especially for like kids younger. So like my youngest sister, she's I want to say 8 now, and she's like messaging me on everything now. She found me on Instagram because our dad and her mom follow me up there. She's like, "Hey Corey, how are you?" And I'm like, I'm good, but like, why are you on Instagram already?
Right.
Like, yeah, you don't have any pictures or anything up, but like, still, why do you already have an Instagram account?
Yeah.
But
True.
that's just me.
My
think
niece is like that. She has a Facebook, just Messenger, but my brother controls it. So
Yeah, because it's got the kids account.
Yep.
right. But like, I'll get a message at like 3 o'clock in the morning when she wakes up because she can't sleep, and it's literally just one of those like, "Hey, Bella drew something. Can you guess what it is?" I'm like, "Ugh," and you get like 30 of them at 3 a.m. I'm like,
And you're like, bruh.
come on, come on. Oh, that's funny. Okay, James.
I would have to go with my computer. I don't really touch my phone much. The only thing I use my phone for right now is getting logged into my work computer
I was about to say work.
because it's got a two-step authentication. I mean, I Google everything on my computer on one of my side monitors.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I can
Yep.
game. I've got Discord. I can order out. Do pretty much everything on my computer that you can do on a phone.
All this
Is-
efficiency.
Isn't it crazy that
No, the efficiency is way higher with the full keyboard for me. I have fat fingers. See, so it's so much easier to type with my keyboard than try to do it on my phone. So
it's just crazy to think. My first phone was like a flip phone from Sprint or something like that. And well, no, it was even before that. I had a Nokia brick phone, and it's crazy to think that those phones couldn't even really reach the internet. Like the internet was really
was like
so
you pay per
I
minute?
had the Mimi Nokia brick phone. Like we did text messaging. That was the first technology we had on it. I memorized. I could text from my pocket.
oh yeah, T9 man, T9 was
like,
the best.
Yeah,
dude,
boy.
like I could text flawlessly, no issues with that. And then what you had like the Snake and Apple game or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then
Snake
I
was
had
my
that
jam.
and Sprint I had at the time. They did get internet access, but it was not internet access.
Yeah, it was
like
like
it was an LCD screen that had like you maybe had 180 pixels on it
with
Like,
with Yahoo Maps or whatever
Yep.
that you couldn't actually use.
yeah.
No, it's just crazy to think like how people talk about generations and what generations will see what types of technology and who lived through the most forms of technology. Like James and I have lived through, pre-internet, the commercial internet. We lived through after that, high speed and all that. We lived through
Dial-up.
the creation of cell phones to the change of
I had
them
a
as they've
pager.
gone. So did I.
Yeah.
And we used to steal Mike's pager.
Yeah. You get that page, you better be running for that oh my god, those phones,
Payphone.
Payphone?
the pay phones all over the place.
So
Yeah. You always had to carry either 25 cents or 35 cents with you, depending on where you were.
yeah. So the question will go to Lulu next, and then I will answer, and then we'll swap to the other side because I want to talk about kind of part of one of the episodes of Black Mirror and why it kind of sparked this conversation. And I did say live without, but like I know everybody can't live without a phone, but there's a lot of technology that we don't think about that we use every day more than our phones.
My car.
A car is also a thing. So go ahead, Lulu. Go ahead and tell us what you believe is something you couldn't live without. 1-800-COLLECT. Oh man, yeah. Hey, mom, it's Bob. We had a baby. It's a boy.
Yeah. Come pick me up. I'm ready.
Yep.
You kind of changed it on me because originally I was gonna say when you said that can't live without. I truly don't think there is a technology that the average healthy human cannot live without.
Sure.
There's tons and tons of technology that would inconvenience us, like heal or adjust, but just the sheer fact of like things that you guys were talking about earlier, like we've lived through technology coming, we would live through it going away. I remember smartphones. I couldn't wrap my head around them. I was like, why? Like, I remember getting my first one. I'm like, I have to click on an app to get to. Where's the phone? Where's the phone? It's not a. This isn't a phone. This is a tab, and it drove me crazy. And now I'm glued to mine. I love mine. So I guess, nah, I'm gonna have to go my art tablet if I have to like can't live without as in dramatic art. My art tablet. I love it too much.
No, that's awesome. That's a great pick because, I mean, that's one of your forms of work and creation. Like, I can definitely appreciate that.
It'd be way difficult to do digital art without a digital tablet.
I can imagine.
Like how do
to kind of build on what you were saying is that you're right. Most people couldn't, in our current state, right? We couldn't live without a lot of technologies, right? If they take some technologies away, or if technology was just gone tomorrow, like there's so many things that would fall apart in the U.S. and the world. Essentially, well, parts of the world don't have some technologies and they do fine, but you have it and then you don't have it. Our society would crumble. It's actually pretty scary how bad it would get.
You ready?
Mad Max.
Uh-huh.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
Plates and bowls.
Oh my gosh.
Bruh. It'd be freaking terrible.
Oh god,
No.
if plates and bowls just like disappeared.
Like, where do I put my food now that it's cooked?
How do you eat?
How do I'm not
Everything's
gonna
a sandwich
I'm
now.
not gonna just scoop it out of my hand, bruh. But like, what if it's a soup? Like,
You better
Well, how you gonna have the soup if you ain't got no bowls to cook it in?
exactly, bro.
Eat
So
it out
there
of
you
the-
go.
eat it
So
out of the
then you
pot.
ain't worrying about
You don't
soup.
cook out of pots?
Yeah, if you got pots, then you good.
Oh my gosh. So for me, technology wise, and I guess mine's kind of broad spectrum, but like, and I'm saying broad spectrum because it's something that affects my daily mood, the way I am every day, how I wake up, how I go to sleep, is any form of way to get music. And the ways I typically get that is through headphones. And more so because if the wife is sleeping, I'm gonna put some earbuds in or something so I can listen to something before I go to bed. Because I already have a hard time sleeping. Like I was up in Limsa till 4 o'clock in the morning playing music for the Cat Girls and whoever else decided to show up. And James decided to make fun of me the whole entire night because he knows why I can't go to sleep.
Because you sit down and be like, all right, I'm gonna log out, and I'd get up and I'd play another song. And then you'd be like, no, I can't leave after that. Now I gotta play my song.
It wasn't like it wasn't so much that, it was just like when it's getting late and you're like, okay, I think I can go lay down and fall asleep, right? I can't do that. If I'm not like on the verge of falling asleep and I go to bed, I will stare at the ceiling for more hours. And then I'm bored and not sleeping. So, but like, I think music delivery is something that I probably will lose my shit if I couldn't get. Like, if I couldn't wake up, play something on the Alexa in the morning or, put my headphones on, turn my phone on, something like that, or get in Discord and, man, like, for example, we had a rhythm bot in our Discord for what, 2 years? No, it's been 3 years. The rhythm bot is gone now. It's dead now. They turned it off because YouTube has struck all the bot owners. I have had the worst week in Discord ever since. Every time I'm like, oh man, what's that song? I would literally like if any of you in here go into the social channel, the last couple of days I put a new song in at least once a day almost, and it's like, sorry, we're no longer here, yada yada yada, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot. Like, it's hard, like, because that was my main access to music throughout my workday and throughout the day. So that's something I can't go without. Now we're gonna talk about the scenario. Okay, we're gonna talk about the scenario, and James got refreshed on it. Lulu, did you watch Black Mirror?
No, but I know the episode you're talking about.
No. I'm hitting a different episode.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna talk about, and it could be either one or the other. But the one that I really liked because it pertains to what we do is the virtual reality episode. All right. So brief synopsis, right? This guy is on a trip. He's backpacking Europe because I believe his father passed, and he wanted to be away from his mom because his mom's like, oh, you remind me of him, and she's got Alzheimer's and she has a hard time remembering who he is, so she thinks he's the dad when he's around, and it's weird. So he's out backpacking trying to find himself, and he gets stuck. His passport gets stolen, and he doesn't have money for a ticket to go home. So he gets on this app, right? Technology. And he gets on this app, and in the app, it's, hey, I forget what it's called. It's actually a really funny name, but it's essentially like a place where if you need a job and you're not from the country, odd jobs, yeah. But it had a funny name. It had a unique name. I can't remember the name of it. But so he gets his job as a game tester. Like, it's like this big shit like company that nobody's ever seen the creator for like 20 years, and he makes like the best games on the planet. So he goes there, and they're like, hey, we're going to do this virtual reality beta test, and we want you to be part of the trial. So long story short, it was AR, yeah. But it was literally like implanted, like it was like a thing they implanted in his neck, and it was done so that, they can stimulate the brain so you can see what's going on in front of him. Long story short, he ends up in a haunted house, And what's going on is that they told him in the beginning, like, we're going to turn on this program that your brain will shape the way things are perceived and work. So he is in a mansion and he's seeing, scary stuff, and it's scaring the crap out of him. And the girl he met comes in and is like, oh, these people, they kidnapped you and you're stuck here. And, the people that came into this beta test before, they've never made it out alive, and da 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 da. And he's like, oh, I never told you where I was. And she attacks him and they have this big fight. And all this stuff is happening. Everything's going on. And he ends up dying in the game. And then they cut outside of virtual reality or the augmented reality, and his cell phone is ringing. What happens is the cell phone interferes with the signal of the game because it's a beta test, and it turns his brain off, and he dies.
Oh no.
Through all of these scenarios, this episode is about 45 minutes long. The time he's in there perceivably is hours. It was only 0.4 seconds of time in virtual reality. Right? And the reason why I bring this up is because not too long ago, Elon Musk came out and was like, hey, I got a brain chip. And he's starting to implant brain chips into people. And the reason why is because he has a theory that he can implant knowledge into people's brains directly using computers.
No.
So this is my like fear, is that like, not the whole fear of cyborgs or anything like that, but that is my technology fear, is that, people try to obtain too much too fast. And like it said before that technologies are already exponentially changed year after year. And now we're putting brain chips in people. So like, that's where I want to go with this. Tell me something in technology that scares you. And that's mine. Is fucking brain implants. Like
they already changed math. They don't need to put chips in people's heads.
Oh my
They got
god.
math.
Math has never been the same.
Oh no, I can't math anywhere. That's the real raid boss. All right,
That
who wants to
one
go
raid
first? Volunteer. What is the technology you are afraid of?
I don't think I really have any. So,
Really?
I mean, you got to think. I mean, ultimately, like AI would, I guess, be the only thing, only because it has to
Skynet.
be set certain parameters ultimately to restrict it. And I mean, going back to Elon Musk,
We had that
ultimately
conversation.
people are doing random people are trying to make AI work. And that's a bad thing. If it's everyone just gets open soft, open software AI, everyone just piles in and tries to add stuff, and they miss the key things where, okay, don't shut down the internet.
Do not jailbreak your cyborg.
Don't hack into
Right.
cars and throw them into buildings, that type of thing. That would be the only thing. Like, as far as like implants in the brain and stuff like that, actually, I think that's pretty cool. So like,
It's cool until it isn't. Until we're all controlled by Elon Musk. You know what I mean? Could you imagine? He's like, "Oh yeah, cool, dude. I'm gonna teach you kung fu like in Neo in the Matrix," and then he uploads slavery program protocol 5000, and we're dead.
that's why, like, when it comes to those type of things, like being in Elon Musk's hands, I know he's going to, aside from some things with Tesla, he's going to make sure it's working properly
We hope.
before it reaches the masses. And then on top of something like that, I'm fairly certain eventually governments will get involved to restrict creation of AIs, let alone dispersion among whether it's your cell phone, your computers, your cars, and so on and so forth. It will eventually get regulated through
Well,
that
that's the
medium.
problem.
So
Elon Musk has been petitioning governments to start because they haven't. There is already forms of AI out there.
well, you have to understand. I mean, we don't want to go into politics, but I mean, ultimately, when you have an entire generation that's 2 generations behind on technology and knowledge, science,
Yeah.
you're going to have that uphill battle for getting something like that.
Oh, for sure.
So, I mean, ultimately, once they're phased out, then we'll start getting stuff done. But
My boy said phased out.
yeah. So, I mean, it's one of those things. Unfortunately, it's going to take time because we don't have qualified individuals in the places where they need to be.
You know what Elon
So-
Musk also said? We're already cyborgs. What is a cyborg? It's a person that incorporates technology to handle their tasks, which is a cell phone. We literally can create a
not to
he said-
handle their tasks. If you change the definition, then yes.
It's something like literally like peace. I remember him mentioning it, but he's saying like because we carry cell phones around every day, we are literally just cyborgs because we use it to farm information. We use
Well, a
it
lot
to
of people, they use it as an extension of themselves,
exactly.
and that I can definitely get behind that.
So you are
We're not
already a
cyborgs
cyborg,
yet.
Wiggly. Don't worry about that, my dude.
So.
Okay. We will go with Snurdy, who's been awkwardly quiet.
Quiet.
Oh, I'm still here. I'm
It's
just
weird
listening.
because he's never this quiet.
Yeah.
No, I like to sit back and observe.
Okay. So, what piece of technology do you think scares the hell out of you?
Oh, is this me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, I think I'd kind of go back to the phone, but not necessarily the device itself, but more so just kind of how condensed and hard to retain information is these days, because like everything is built around, we gotta get that quick hit of dopamine from from like everything from like dating apps to like stuff like TikTok and YouTube. It's just like people love short videos. People love it. But the thing is, how much of that are you retaining? How much of that knowledge are you keeping? Like certain things might be good for like, oh, I can watch this little recipe animation or this recipe little short clip and be like, oh, just do this. Here's your ingredients, blah blah blah, put it together. But the rest of it's just junk, and all this stuff that gets consumed is just junk. And I feel like it's a detriment not only to like myself, but like other people who might be in a younger category, because like they're used to it. They're like they see it all the time and everything. And like it kind of goes back to the question of like, oh, do you read much often? I don't read much often. Like I'll do audiobooks because it's a bit more of an efficient way to like do other stuff, but also retain information and build up a knowledge of certain things. But I don't know. I think it really probably just boils down to not necessarily the phone, but maybe social media and just like consuming information and not really retaining any of it. Really just watching like a fucking zombie and not really doing anything with it. You're just consuming, non-ending.
With social media, I'm on that side, but I'm also on the opposite side. And real quick, because I don't want to make this go on too long, but the one thing that I appreciate about social media is instant access to information. And it's a caveat, right? So instant access to information is great when it's accurate and truthful information. When somebody has something or they're wronged or something happens in the world, and it used to be a thing where media outlets were cut out because remember the government would control them, or they would get paid off, or they would get cease and desist, and they couldn't put whatever media out to talk about the situation that happened. Well, now that everybody has a phone and a camera in their hand, while again double-edged sword, does kind of keep people a little bit more honest because it's harder to hide misdeed. And that's the one thing about social media that I can say is like a blessing in disguise because, and I don't want to get into politics or anything like that, but like when it comes to like all these random shootings and anything going on in the world, we may have never known that any of that would have happened if somebody didn't record it in video and post it on Facebook or Twitter or something. we would literally have no information about it. We wouldn't know the people's names. Wouldn't know the situation. It would all be kept closed. Like there would be zero accountability. There has been for years. For a very long time, accountability has been a problem. But because of social media and the inability to get away from a camera, it has been a godsend for people trying to fight for their rights and fight for what they believe in because they have proof. And what's the problem? If you don't have proof, it never happened. And that's truth when it comes to literally anything in the justice system. So,
I mean, even with proof, sometimes it's not enough. But
exactly.
Neither here nor there. Neither here nor there.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
but we don't know what happened before the video was, like
it's a dangerous thing of like people like to jump to conclusions no matter what the context will be, and that's kind of going back to the whole people aren't going to retain, they just want that quick hit, and they want to get people want to get fucking angry. People love anger porn, and that shit.
Hey, we don't kink shame here, bro. We don't kink shame here.
Yeah, no, it's a case of like, it can be dangerous because like you can easily manipulate a good portion of an audience to believe a certain way, even though that may not be true. And you can convince people to hate someone for no real reason. Like you could convince others to be like, this person bad because this, even though they have no contact with that person. They don't know who they are. They don't give a shit. Like, but it's going to be in the back of their mind, person equal asshole. Like, and every time they see their content going forward, even though it might be like, the grace of God, donating to the homeless shelters and stuff like that, they'd be like, oh no, he did that one bad thing, or I was told he did that one bad thing. It may not be true. Stuff's not vetted. But people, it's the instant gratification, the instant hit of, hey,
it's too quick.
Therefore, it's true.
A double-edged sword.
Yeah.
On the basis that because there's just so much of that, everyone has a cell phone, thus everyone has a camera. There's so much content that usually, if you look at stuff, like if something comes up, people are keeping tabs on it for maybe a week, and then it's gone.
Gone.
Yep.
So they move on to the next issue at hand. Yeah,
so America is definitely ADHD social media child. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna cut the topic because it'll get a little too long-winded. It'll get a little too what's the word? I will just use the term political. But to change the subject, okay, we're gonna hop into a new segment, which is the podcast within the podcast. I took that from somewhere else. I didn't make that up. I promise. Manga with Kami.
Okay. All right.
Where we're gonna have Kami come through with the selection of a couple of manga he's been reading, and just as a disclaimer, one or more. If you have a couple of recommendations, that's fine. If it's one, it's fine. Give us the name of the current banger you're reading, and then a little synopsis without spoilers, because somebody might want to go check it out. And
got you.
It doesn't, and just a disclaimer: it may not be wholesome. So if you check it out, there may or may not be boobas in it. So
no. There's definitely gonna be boobas. The question is, are they censored or not? That's the real thing. How censored are they is the question. Because they're gonna be censored. This is manga. We're not reading that other stuff right now. All right. So today we're gonna go with a wholesome one. Today is Hitomi-chan is shy with strangers. You have your Sanpaku girl's eyes. She got the sharp eyes. Shark teeth smile. But it's just because she's really shy, and she meets our main character, and she's friends with his younger sister, and this just tells you about how she grows as she goes through high school and how they get closer. Really good. On Manganello, just updated today. There's 67 chapters out right now on that site. So nice and wholesome right there.
Okay. Give us a not wholesome one.
Oh, a not wholesome one? 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
No. You know what? Go ahead and tell them about the Squad banger, the one we're all reading right now.
Oh! You're talking about our boy Solo Leveling.
Yes.
That is a banger right there. I was put on by
me.
Who was it? It might have been you, but also the Black Macedonche, because he reads that and Omni Reader. It is a really good show. It's one of those, hey, our MC starts off real weak, and now he's the most powerful dude in the fucking universe. Uh, Definitely a good read. There's always something happening. There's maybe been about altogether 20 chapters of a lull period, and there's 157 out.
I think we're
So yeah,
160 something right now. I thought. Oh.
160.
it's we got a lot of chapters and not a whole lot of chill. There's action, 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 wholesome.
Yeah,
Action,
167.
action. So
Lulu,
yeah. Definitely give that a good read.
I will say, if you're into strikingly handsomely drawn male characters who every time they appear on panel look like they just stepped out of a GQ magazine while at the same
Man,
time simultaneously murdering people,
man.
while it's all in it's not even a revenge. It's more like, hey, like I need to do this because if I don't do it, they're gonna come after me kind of situation. Trust me.
I
This
gotta
is
keep it straight.
100%. Like
I
getting the
will
chills
say
just
the
thinking
main
about it.
character looks like a traditional Carrion main character.
He
Based
does.
on all the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
ones that I've read. Yeah, they're
Oh, yeah.
all essentially the same.
But it's the artwork, man. Like the
Man,
artwork
yeah.
is on a whole nother
Because
tier.
he comes through, man's tall. He wears the black turtleneck, his black slacks, and the black fucking Dockers, bro.
With the shadow
And
cape.
yeah, and then the shadow
do.
cape, and then he has purple aura. So it's just amazing.
And then his
You're just
eyes
like,
are like
oh,
ice blue. Oh
and
my
you're just
god.
like, ooh.
Okay,
Yep.
so you sold me on the menzies.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
about the waifus?
So that's the
Oh,
thing.
man,
There's
the
only
waifu?
one waifu,
She
really,
doesn't come in very often.
and she doesn't ever show up. They were like, "Hey,
Yeah.
look, we're gonna introduce this
started a
waifu
romance.
character, but we're not about the fan service. Back to the fights." I
And
was
then,
like,
right,
"Oh,
and
okay."
then, but the last time that we had, well, rephrase, the time before the last wholesome chapter, they brought her back, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Oh,
And then they're showing that they're like, hey, this is just a chill moment, chill lull moment. Yes, we are both celebrities, but we still go do stuff and we just hang out. And then they're like, man, we need to up the ante a little bit, but it was still wholesome while they were upping the ante. So that's why it was good.
what I gotta say though, what I gotta say is kind of weird because she's a reverse simp.
Yeah, just a little bit. She was like, nah. He gonna send for me, and then she was like, wait, hold on.
Hold on a
Yep.
second. Can I please work for you, senpai? I was like,
Can
oh
I
god.
can I leave the number one guild to come join your guild? Nah, bro, you can't.
No,
do
no,
that.
no, no, no. We don't need you here. All right, all right. I like that. I like the segment. Thank you very much, Kami. Everybody, give him a little round of applause for coming through. All right.
This is what I read all day.
Yeah, it's literally his job is to read manga. All right, so now that we were able to get away from the terror of technology and the weirdness of what we think would happen, would not happen, I got some videos for us, guys. I got some videos for us today. Yeah. Hang on, let me change the scene. I need to get this a little bit smoother, but I'm doing a pretty good job. I'm doing a pretty good. Oh, look, it lined up,
Bro,
just the way I
just
needed
need
it to.
you got the stream deck, bro. Just hit the button.
Oh no, it's a work in progress. It's a work in everything, still a work
It's
in
always
progress.
a work in progress, bro.
First what we're gonna do, and appreciate you for getting me that. The first thing we're gonna watch is gonna be the trailer that I spoke about earlier, which was the day before, which is a survival horror game, zombie based.
MMO.
Back in the Discord
we're-
for our pictures.
Yeah, hold on, I gotta fix this. Hang on a second. Why do we get all messed up here?
You have to go back into the channel.
Oh yeah, that's right. No. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, so this, and I can share it to you guys too while we're here, because I'm sure you guys would like to watch it while it's going on, right?
Just maybe.
Snurdy, I wanted to share this with you because I did know you were into Valhalla, and I remember you saying that you played, was it 13 Days to Die? Is that what it's called?
It's one of those numbers, 7. Yeah, 7 days.
Oh,
die.
7 Days to Die. And so I figured this was a really cool game to bring up. Maybe we could talk about it a little bit and get your thoughts on it from a survival horror fan point of view.
Yeah, if it's the trailer I'm thinking of, it's got like really shitty gun sounds. If it's the one if it's the one I
Does it?
remember seeing.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. All right.
Yeah.
Because I think this was the official trailer into gameplay trailer.
Yeah.
So they might have updated it then.
This one's a little long. I know Lulu. Are you streaming tonight, Lulu?
Yes, but not until 8:30. So
Oh, okay.
we
Okay, so
have-
we got time. We've got time. All right, so we'll play this trailer. What I'll do is we'll play half the trailer. All right, because I think it does go into gameplay. Let me just double check.
Yeah,
Do we want to do the beginning?
yeah.
It's
Because
all gameplay, it
after
looks like.
after that segment, it goes right into the gameplay segment.
Okay. So yeah, we'll go ahead and start it and check it out, and then we'll talk about it. And then next, after this, to kind of preface what we're doing, we're gonna be doing some reactions. We got some VR fails today, guys. It's gonna be awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited. Get some laughs.
Any of
maybe?
your clips in there?
Fuck you.
Waiting to see someone punch.
Oh, you mean like when I
One of you
punch?
being a little bitch in Phasmophobia.
No. Remember. First off, that wasn't me. That was James. Second off, when we played Phasmophobia, the recording screwed up. Remember, I almost had it, but it.
I remember it though. I got it stuck to memory.
Oh my gosh! All right, let me play this thing.
That was a highlight.
It sounded like me.
Oddly timed, but yeah.
You muted yourself?
Buying junk that we didn't even need.
It's because the
In the old world,
volume was
I
muted on the
always
stream.
dreamed of becoming a radio host. But I didn't have the courage to stay true to myself and not live the way others expected me to. We could create better versions of ourselves, make breakthroughs, and change the world. If we had realized it then, we could have changed many things for the better. And this goddamned Azure initiatives wouldn't have existed. Oh, it would have been nice
Yeah,
to
they said
come
they
back,
can't hear it.
change everything. I have something for you. Take me back to the time that is over.
Viewers can't hear it.
Take me back
Yeah.
to my happy
Wrigley
place.
said they can't hear it.
Uh-oh.
To the day before
James,
the world
quickly,
ends.
live translate.
To the day before the world ends.
It's the.
zombie noises.
Yeah. Insert zombie noises here.
I mean, I'm getting volume from it in Streamlabs. Can somebody
should be
check
coming
on
through.
Twitch? And I'll
Quick,
press
IT
play.
man, fix it.
It was muted at first, so he might be on a delay.
Well, Twitch, we don't have a background, or we can't back up on the Twitch page.
So
No.
in Twitch, we just said it was muted at first. So
Yeah, so I'll play it. Let me know if you guys can hear it or not.
I can hear it in Twitch.
Yeah, I fixed
you
it.
can hear it in Twitch.
Perfect. All right, let's get it.
Oh, I remember this. It had like weird mud physics.
Yeah.
I do agree that the physics in the mud are kind of, they're very H1Z1, except it doesn't look terrible. It's just weird.
It looks like a very frustrating game mechanic, just based on that.
Yeah, like it looks like they were trying to make it a sprint tires, but like not well.
Oh, it's fine to me.
Play
Imagine there's-
Forza on highest settings on a 4K TV and run through the mud and then tell me that this looks okay. Because
Well, Forza.
it's a game from 6 years ago.
Yeah, it just looks like blood textures out of brown.
Wait, no, Forza Horizon 4 is what, 3 years old? But to be fair, this is an indie game, so give it some credit. Look at the reflections on the top of the Jeep, you know what I mean?
Yeah, those are nice.
That's nice. It shows weight in the vehicles. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, that looks great to me.
No, it doesn't look bad, James. It's just when they're going through that mud, it just looks weird. It doesn't look natural.
Oh, yeah. I see what they're doing with the textures, though. And that's why it's they're not individual items. It's all, what is it called? Swatched. It stretches it.
But look at the road. Look at the water. Like, as long as they don't remove the water like Spider-Man, I think we'll be okay, right?
Did you hear the sound effect when
Flat
the
tires?
tire burst? Yeah.
Yeah.
Santa Claus on the Coca-Cola truck.
Christmas time.
Yeah.
All right. For someone that I know, so Lulu, do you ever play survival games?
No.
Okay, so initial thought, I'd like to know. What do you think about? I mean, I know it's not been much. I know it's just driving through and a flat tire happening, right? So imagine having to find the stuff to change the tire whilst keeping yourself hydrated, whilst having to eat food and not using too much stamina because you'll get too tired to do other things and play
And staying warm.
and staying warm. Yeah.
I'm a ass bitch in real life. I don't need to be one in a video game too.
I like how her mic cut the curses out.
Did it?
Yeah.
It was too perfect.
Yeah.
It was almost like I censored you, but it was like I'm not a. And I was like, oh, okay. Microphone came after you. Okay.
For me to be interested in a game like this, the graphics would have to be different.
Mm.
What do you mean?
Okay.
And this is honestly a complaint I have with a lot of video games that are happening nowadays, and one of the reasons I gravitate more towards the Switch.
Realistic.
Yeah, it's like I can look at this video game, and then I can look at 10 other video games, and with my basic knowledge of gaming in general, I would not be able to tell you that they were from different games.
Gotcha. I'm pretty sure we could probably show her like The Division or something, and she probably would be like, "Oh, is that the same thing?"
Yeah, like I legitimately watched showcase, Sony showcase shows, and the only reason I will have known that they changed from one game to another is they'll be like, I don't know, vampires instead of soldiers, or they'll actually say the name of the game, like, oh, this isn't Tomb Raider.
Oh. Well, it's about to
No,
get
this is
a
some
lot worse
different-
for you then, because the new
Yep.
Unreal Engine, photorealistic.
Yeah,
I'm not
with a
interested in it.
Luminous. Yeah, Luminous coming out. You'll be
Yeah.
hurt.
Like,
They
give
actually
me
integrated the ray tracing into the engine, so it's no longer ray tracing.
give me a forest of pinks and blues and snow that's green and characters whose faces are give me Studio Ghibli style facial expression, because there are so many things that we can do with the video gaming technology nowadays, and these games are great. I can't play them, but another reason I can't play them is I'll get sick. The hyper realism plus the camera angles and stuff, like what is it, Destiny 2.
So you like your immersion level down here, not way up here.
I like my immersion level artistic.
Okay.
Give me Stardew Valley. Give
You
me.
wanted to be a fantasy world.
We
Yes.
no.
You're in a
Nice
fantasy
bright.
world.
The term she's looking for is stylized.
Yes.
So this would be a game that is photorealistic. You like something more stylized, that like the Fortnites and spell breaks and things that look that
Like the
my wife
Zelda
has
games.
no, my wife has the same problem. It's a suspension of disbelief, right? Like a photorealistic game like this doesn't allow her to relax. She's
Right.
not one to play a game that's going to stress her out when she's already stressed because of work or the daily business or whatever. She wants to play Spyro and, Animal Crossing and
League
those
of
types of
Legends
games.
and
Well, she's not a
Pokemon
league.
Unite.
Right, exactly. Right.
League puts a
relaxing
different
games.
kind of stress on you.
No. You're like, oh yeah, I want games that are less
Oh, yeah.
stressful. Let me go play the most toxic thing on the planet.
Right.
Let's go.
It actually took me forever to like Final Fantasy XIV's graphics.
Oh, yeah,
Now,
Nino
now,
Kuni.
Hmm.
now they're gorgeous. But like, I went from Final Fantasy 11, which was very stylized, to 14, and it took me forever. Like
It's
now,
very
if I go back and look at 11, I'm like, ooh,
Yeah,
you
because they
didn't age
actually
well,
tried.
honey.
They tried some tier of photorealism in Final Fantasy 11. Like if you look at the grass, you look at the skylines, you look at the areas. I mean, 14 does the same exact thing. The only difference is like you said, the style is different than what you would check in something realistic like this. The only reason why I asked you was because I wanted to know if something like this piqued your interest or not, and I got the exact answer I was looking for because
It
I know what you're interested in. So
honestly, when you guys were describing the game, I was interested because I like the idea of an MMO survival style type thing. Like there's a Stardew Valley with zombies that
yeah,
Hmm.
has me interested. And then I saw the graphics and I'm like,
So close.
but so far away. It's totally understandable. Honorable mention Noni in the chat, and he's correct. A game series, Nino Kuni might interest you.
I've played
you-
Ni no Kuni too.
There you go. So
Hmm.
Gorgeous. Yes,
and
yes.
the right exact kind of thing. Yeah, no, you're correct and on spot on there. And Noni, I noticed that you have an Amazon Prime subscription. Why don't you go ahead and click that
No, you
subscribe
did it
button?
wrong. You did it wrong. You did it wrong.
Oh, sorry. Comic, can you
Hey,
handle this for me?
Nani, I see that you have that good old Amazon Prime there. Just go ahead and drop us with a good old subscribe right there. It's nice and free for you. Just go ahead and give it to us. We'll see you there.
Amazon is taking your money, stick it to the man, and give us their money.
Also, if you want 2 inches on your member, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
We don't guarantee 2 inches, but we do say it will enlarge your member ego. You know what I
Also,
mean?
still September. 20%
Still
off.
September. Yeah, still September. All right, let's get back into this. But I want to say that the moment I saw, so this isn't the first trailer I saw. We saw a couple others before this, and I've already got a wish list of it. This is already going to be a day one purchase for me. So I have a highly biased opinion, so just be forewarned. And this game's probably going to be terrible, but I like being hurt, so
It's probably going to be terrible.
I want it to hurt me so bad. That's all it is.
I did really like what I saw of the Walking Dead video games.
Yeah. If you're talking about the Telltale ones, the ones that are like Choose Your Own Adventure,
Yeah.
I highly recommend. I beat all of them. They're awesome. Serdi, this is not the gunplay you were thinking of.
I mean, like the rifle just sounds like like
No,
very
that-
stock sounding gun.
I mean, I've sat in a gun range next to one of these rifles, and that's exactly how they sound.
Well,
Yeah.
I want my gun to fucking make hentai
Pew, pew,
moans.
pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
He wants.
So you want that modded version?
Every
He wants
shot's
to-
just Yamate, Yamate.
Oh no. He wants to shoot Thomas the Tank Engines out of the gun.
It's like a different sound for each style of gun. Like your little bolt action is like
Every time you pull the bolt back.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like a slight chance it'll do it slower.
Oh my god. Where's this conversation going?
My only problem with these types of games is this going to be like an open world, like multiplayer, like
It's an
all
MMO.
the other ones?
It's
Yeah,
PvP,
that's,
VE, MMO.
like
it-
it's
Like
just
Dead Frontier, I think it's called. Is the
I-
other one kind of looking?
it's going to be just like the others. As soon as it's launched, there's going to be like 20 Chinese players that get together and pin
Yep.
themselves up on a hill, and anyone that comes near it, they're just going to kill.
Yeah.
Well, we
You can
don't-
have a
we
lo-
don't
a lot
know-
of-
Just what they do, just like the last like 4 games that I played like this.
Well, we don't know what the servers are going to look like. We don't know members on per server. We don't know if it's going to be server managed by the game developer or if it's going to be servers that players manage. If it's player managed servers, I will not play this game. I've done H1Z1. I will not do it again. I've done Rust. I will not do it again. Those games they're super. We played the Forest even. The Forest was great, but if you don't open your own private server, like we were playing a game and I forgot to put it friends only, and literally we heard the song "Bombs Over Baghdad" from like 100 yards away, and somebody started dropping bombs on us in a game where you have nothing. Like,
I mean, I think it's a case of like if it was like strictly like if you had PvP but also PvE options
it's
where.
both.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if it's just a case of like you're all working together and like the stuff you get, you know, they can also get if they come by later or whatever. Because like, it's no fun playing the game, getting a bunch of cool shit, going back to your base, but halfway there you just get sniped because someone's sweaty that day, and that's not fun. Because
I agree.
What the fuck am I playing it for? You know, I just wasted 3 hours.
If the company puts it together as like, okay, region lock. And there's a central hub that you get to play out of, something like the Division. I think that could go over really well.
My thing is games like this, especially from a content creator's point of view, are gold mines for creating kind of like what's going on with us in Limsa right now, right? Like we're not even playing Final Fantasy 14 anymore, right? What we thought was Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 14 for us was dungeons, raids, get the gear, get the mounts, and that was it.
In the real end game, man.
But what I'm saying is now I've literally, and you have literally, and you know now Corey and whoever else is hanging out with us have sat in literally a social area for 6 to 8 hours one day, literally doing nothing. Running back and forth and picking up stuff and, you know, emoting, and like a game like this is one of those games, and now I'll go back to Star Citizen where there are some gameplay loops that you want to follow, but wholeheartedly it is a game you create your own fun in. And games like that, if we could make a server of our own and just invite friends and play that way, I would love this game.
Well, it's also about like the gameplay loop. Is like what is this gonna do different from like every other survival zombie game? Like
hopefully not be glitchy as shit.
It's still gonna be a random spawn on one part of the map, and you then have to travel across the entire map to get to your friend.
Where's my boy
fighting off zombies and other players. Like
I mean,
hey man, we don't play PUBG.
Vaccinated.
Okay?
Oh my god.
Like Scum was the same way. What was the other one? There was a couple of DayZ? No.
It's H1Z1. DayZ was the bad one.
No. Yeah, Scum was the one where there's like robots and zombies, which was a cool concept, but they put it all player-based servers.
Was that Gen 0, I thought?
Gen 0 is one of them. Scum is another one.
Yeah.
Gen 0 is the one
Scum
we got to play on Xbox.
Yeah.
We had some fun with Scum. Like, there was a bunch of crafting to upgrade your gear and stuff like that, and we ran around, and you had to find... You had to go into the high risk, high reward areas.
You just found a camcorder?
Yeah,
but
randomly. And he took it.
Cue the porn music.
That inventory may need a shit.
It looks like the res.
Like anytime I see that menu in a game, it kind of that claims to be an MMO. It just kind of turns me off.
Yeah, but that's because you don't have a bag with like 1,000 slots of space.
Yeah.
But I mean, like if they're trying to make this more realistic than say a Final Fantasy, of course, like you're just gonna only have enough bag space for certain items. You're gonna have weight limits for ammo and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, there's an alarm.
Yeah, he had to try to turn the alarm off, but the alarm's attracting zombies now.
Hey, this reminds me of the book. Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, let's just hold down the trigger. That's all right.
Not close the door? Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Hey man. Nobody said the devs had to be creative and smart, okay?
Or have good trigger discipline. Or good aim.
Or good aim.
And this looks like it's going to be on console.
No, this is on PC. You can wishlist it on Steam.
That aim.
That is literally a stock sound effect. That little scream, like.
Did you not see how much recoil was on that gun?
Yeah, it looks like it looks like it's on console.
It's not on console, James. It's on Steam.
It's because this person doesn't play with mouse and keyboard normally. He plays with controller, okay?
Looks like he's got like mouse smoothing on.
He's trying to get that smooth turning.
Yeah.
I mean, he could be using a controller on PC. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Or Steam gamepad.
No, because it said F to open the door, so no.
Well, he might have the keyboard in front of him. You don't know.
It's probably a floating. He's probably using a floating camera, is what it is. You know, like with the camera, the head bob and so, where the camera kind of just like floats behind you. That's what it looks
So you're
like.
gonna find, and they have a. What year is this set in? Why are there police?
Because those are players.
Yes, I love how the grass just clips through the car.
Right.
Amen.
I was about to say, like, you
say
know,
what
set off the alarm and the police are still coming out. Damn, that's an awesome police department.
Hey,
All right.
work in progress, boys. Okay.
Oh boy.
And they didn't check their corners, idiots.
Oh yeah, I would have. Scoop. He's done.
Right. No. I got an ultra wide monitor. I saw them in the house.
Seems like this might be a fun game to interact to, react to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And a game where like it'd be interesting to like literally just try to like I'll tell you guys a story about PUBG, right? So I was playing a game with Rascal, who will be on the show one night. We dropped into an area and there were these two guys that were nearby and we heard them talking, so we tried to ambush them. It turns out that one of those two guys were streaming and I was streaming at the same time. And we could tell because each other's microphones sounded really... He's like, yo, your microphone sounds really good. Where you at? I was like, hey, yours sounds good too. You streaming right now? He was like, yeah. And we got into a gunfight and then we followed each other. He actually has a really good MLB The Show stream. Like, he streams all the time. A great fucking guy. And we end up just becoming friends and we keep in touch. Things like that in games like this is what makes them fun for me. Playing PUBG and becoming, you know, first place, or Warzone becoming first place, that's not the fun for me. The fun for me is everything that happens in between the win and the loss. You know what I mean? The win for a lot of people is all that matters. For me, I want to be barking out calls, hey, behind us, oh, good, around the corner, and shooting and sniping people and having a great time and having those stories to tell from those experiences. And I think this game is going to be perfect for that, especially if it's, like I said, if it's not player server controlled and we can have our own server, this would be fantastic in my opinion. So, thoughts?
It's not a day one cop, but I'm a cop.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those wait and see kind of situations. Like I feel like I've been burned by like these games.
That's what I said. I want it to hurt me so bad that I'm gonna get it on day one.
I gotta see how much is running first, and then I'm like, all right, sure.
I'm gonna buy it day one, right? And I'm like, yo, I just murdered a bunch of zombies. I'm not even gonna say anything. And then suddenly my party's going to be a +2 because James has already bought the game and he's playing with me. Like, that's just how it goes. I can't go anywhere. This man is like, oh, you're playing something? I'm like, yeah, I'm playing this game. He's like, oh, yeah, you are? Cool. How much was it? Oh, yeah, it's this. Oh, yeah? Okay, well, invite me to the party. I'm like, you son of a bitch. All right. Well, I wanted to share that because that is a game that I plan to play on Steam stream when it releases. And I've been keeping my eye on it. I'm waiting for more information. I've been kind of like chomping at the bit to see, you know, what else they're doing because, like, that's an indie studio. That's not a big developer, and that game looks good. That game looks better than H1Z1. Looks better than PUBG. Looks better than all the games that have come before it. The only game I would say probably looks better after modding is maybe Arma 3, and even then, like, I wouldn't want to play DayZ in there because it's a like trying to learn how to stop rolling on the floor and stand up is probably the hardest thing you'll ever do in that game. I'm just letting you guys know right now. You literally go prone and then you just start rolling like this. It's so stupid. Oh man. All right. Okay.
I gotta see Tad crawling across the floor again. That
Oh
shit was
man,
great.
do I have that clip? You,
That
Lulu, do you want to see the
I mean, it
clip?
might be too old.
Yes.
It might
Yes,
be
No,
I
too
do.
no,
old.
it's not too old.
Really?
Okay, so I'm playing this game Star Citizen, right? And Star Citizen is the most expensive alpha test of all time, right?
Yeah.
It's still in development. People are still paying money in and having a great time. Hey, chat, say hi to yourselves.
Hi, Tad.
And the thing about the game is you can buy a ship, you can go into space, and it's kind of just like do whatever you want at this point, right? The funny thing is that let me see if I can find this real quick. Content clips is that one day I was like, hey, let's do an RP session, but you guys have to bring me applications to join the ship for the
Oh,
for
no.
the.
Yeah,
So
we had
they
some fun.
sent me resumes
Oh my god.
and
Oh,
applied.
no.
It's right there.
So my character, where is it? Which one?
It's
Is
at the
it,
top of the
at the
list,
top?
somewhere up there.
Okay. So what's crazy about it is that I'm telling them, hey, you should probably, hang out on the ship and, don't touch anything. Like, why? I started playing my character as if though he may have stolen the ship or it
Oh,
wasn't
no.
his. And I was hiring them to fly this ship that like didn't belong to me. And it was like,
Scroll up a little bit. I don't know if that's the one. It's got to be one of these things. Job
no, I think
interview.
this
There
is
you
one
go.
of the job interviews, but like, I'm trying to
When
figure
they-
out how to watching clips page. There we go. Whose asses did you kick?
I don't
I
know if it's
can't-
the actual clip.
Some
but-
alien ass. So I was interviewing Reverie, right? And Reverie was trying to tell me like he could kick ass, and that was why he needed to be on the ship, because his character didn't know how to fly. I was like, so why would I bring you on the ship if you can't fly a ship? We're going into space. Side note, that same episode, I was sleeping in the bed and I glitched out of the ship and they left me in the middle of space.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to try to find me. A little dot in
In the middle of space.
in the middle of space. And they are, I don't know, a few hundred light years away already.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, shenanigans ensued. I want to see if I can turn this up a little bit, though. For me, it's kind of quiet. I guess not. All right, let's see. Did you kick?
Alien.
Some alien ass.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can't prove it because I haven't seen an alien before, but
Exactly, and you're welcome.
that makes sense to me. I get it. Okay. All right. Let me tell you a little bit about me. Let me tell you about my qualifications as your soon-to-be captain. All right. I am the owner of this ship. That's all you need to know. And you need a ship. So here we are. But we will be part. We will be part of a. Whose asses did you kick? So I thought that was the point where I flew out of the ship, but that was not
No,
it.
it was after that.
Yeah, because I went to go lay in the bed. All right.
Right.
Anyway, TikToks or fails. What? You all ready to laugh? You guys think this is gonna make you laugh, Corey?
Oh yeah.
Things
I'm
that make you-
guaranteed one good laugh. I just need what's the plank game to be up there? I'm good.
Richie's playing experience.
Oh yeah. I'm glad you knew the name.
Disclaimer: every single one of us, other than Lulu, I believe, play VR on a regular basis. And if we laugh way too hard at something, it's because we've
because
probably
we
either
did it.
experienced it or seen somebody who has. I've only so far punched a wall and my 3D printer, but the 3D printer is metal, and that really hurt.
Yeah.
That's a questionable cable right there.
Yeah, that this already looks terrible, doesn't it?
Yep.
All right,
And she's
But-
turning the wrong way.
check
How
out this
many-
dude's beard, though. That's kind of
How many
fantastic.
doorknobs have you all punched?
I've not punched a
None.
doorknob.
Oh yeah, no, I've punched a couple because my closet's right here.
Oh God.
I got
Oh.
concrete walls. I punched it at least twice.
You're like, fuck.
Hey, do we have
I'm more
a-
concerned about the controller than my own hand.
Do we have
Things
the
are-
link to Damien screaming?
No.
I think
I'd have
I
to-
think Hey Snurdy, I sent it to you in a text message. Can you put it in the Discord?
Sure. 1 second.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna start this up.
Oh, it is Richie.
This is Richie's.
No.
Oh! Oh! Oh God!
Yeah, 16 shots per.
Oh,
Dude.
this went
Hold
way
up, bro.
faster than I
wasn't
expected.
prepared.
Was not ready
Oh,
for.
he's about to
No.
headbutt
Oh, no.
this.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
Ugh.
Oh, that sim
Oh.
would have been cool. Oh, ow.
Beat Saber. Okay, Beat Saber. Oh, Beat
Why are
Saber.
you ducking? You didn't need to duck.
Oh!
oh.
What did
Wait,
she
Wait,
just
you don't
slap?
need to duck in Beat Saber?
Yeah, you do.
Whoa, hold on.
No.
What she hit? Hold on a second.
She hit.
So
What if
she
that table was
ducked,
in front of her?
but she only had the side walls, so she
Yeah, but
didn't
what-
need to duck.
But what did she
I think
hit?
she hit that dude that was in the bed.
He looked pissed. He looked so pissed.
What's
Oh,
in her
look,
hands?
they're right
'Cause
there.
that's
The
not...
controllers. Oh, she hit the table.
Oh,
Yeah.
she did.
Okay, I thought she like. It looked like she broke something.
I think that might be
Hello.
his computer.
Oh,
What the? No!
this is Richie's. This is Richie's plank experience. But you put a plank down to make them feel like they're walking the plank.
That's gonna slide.
Jump off the front. Oh,
It's the toilet paper for
Oh,
me.
God.
No.
So this is what the game looks like.
Yeah, those are the controllers.
God.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh,
Oh, that's a GG, bro.
No cops.
Where'd the other eye go on the headset? He only got one eye.
my googly eyes. Oh,
no.
somebody about to get their shit rocked.
Oh my God.
man.
Feel good, bro? This
Wow.
thing ain't scary. He just jumping straight
Oh
off.
my god.
Oh man.
Oh, yo. Stop this shit.
Oh man.
Oh, God.
Don't punch the TV. Don't punch the TV. Don't do the TV. Don't do it. No, no, no,
Oh.
no. No, no,
Was
no,
it
no.
cat?
That's a cat!
Yo.
Yeah, the cat was gone.
Oh no!
What in the world is this dude doing?
Do we have those nearby? Those little
No.
setups?
Now you're-
Oh.
You can buy them now, though.
Oh God, damn, he's bigger.
Bigger.
Oh, and he's
That's what she said.
Oh, shit.
No, you're doing
Got him.
Can I just punch him or
No,
have to
no,
wait?
Andy, you're doing the bump fist thing. Like this, that you're not even fighting yet.
There
you
we
have
go.
To hold up your fist up to him.
I think it got sent. It's in the videos and clips.
Oh fuck, he's big. Oh, oh God damn!
There it goes. Oh, the dogs.
Oh.
Oh.
Scared the pups, man.
Oh, the Oculus Go. You messed up, and that's not even premium headset, bro. Come on.
I'm wireless now?
Yeah,
Mhm.
the ones we have are wireless.
And we've got the old, like, wired PS4 one.
Oh, that's awesome. PSVR is amazing. Oh. Yeah. Oh, God. You can't run, blah.
Oh no.
Oh. Yep. We already know which one's gonna break.
Oh, that was terrible.
He's gonna swing up,
Yeah.
waiting for it.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, "Are you okay?"
Oh no.
He's only in the
Uh-oh. What is he doing?
Oh no.
Oh no, no, no!
Oh no!
Oh, are you
There it
okay? Oh, shit.
That's what, a 65?
Oh, God.
Uh,
A little bit. And just step off.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
But you gotta do a superhero landing.
Oh no! Why would you tell her that?
I don't think
Why would you tell her that?
It's hard.
I can't.
Yeah, you can do it.
No, I can't.
Come on, do it.
I can't.
What happens typically is that they push
push
her.
her.
Yeah.
No.
Oh!
Okay.
This is the one experience that gets the most fails out of them. That is not stable.
Mm-mm.
Oh my god, be careful!
Are you okay?
Wait, she missed the TV. Okay. Good
Yeah,
job.
right, I was about to say.
First, you should caught some teeth though.
Oh, watch that wire. Watch that wire.
No, there's a child.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Coronavirus.
Ah, sì, bene.
Why on the bed, though? That's weird. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe like a boundary or something.
You don't. So with the PSVR, you really don't create boundaries like that.
Oh, super hot.
Super hot.
Oh, you're about to get slapped.
Oh! Got
There it
yeeted.
is.
For the divorce filings. Yeah.
Yep, just take it off. Sit down.
Oh my god. Just tell them you fell. Why is he holding that backwards?
It's like a knife. Yeah.
Yeah, but they do stuff in games to do. Oh shit!
They caught her, though. They caught her.
All right.
That
Yeah.
joystick looks fucked, dog.
Dude in the background is like, I told y'all not to put her in this.
Right, right. Why do y'all keep making
Oh
women do
no!
Ooh.
Oh shit!
He got lit
That was
up by
Damien.
whatever was in the game.
That was Damien. 100% Damien. Oh god!
Just do it. Just do it. Come on.
Michael Jackson, just do it.
Oh!
People need to realize they're in VR.
Punch that kid. Punch that kid.
Oh.
Oh. You trying to do a gainer?
It's not over.
Oh, he's about to. He's gonna let it go. It's gonna go flying.
Watch out. Okay.
This is why you don't let your kids play VR. You got to give them a little bit of time to cool. To
And ball's gonna
lose
fall
some energy.
backwards. Oh.
Oh my gosh!
Does he just
Holy
fall
fucking
forward?
shit! Wait for it.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
Hey, that car wall posted though.
Oh. Oh god! It's the head first for me every time.
Let's go.
Oh, she playing Creed.
Yep. He's playing Creed.
Whoops.
Whoa, yeah, watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
Hey man, that little teepee in the corner though looks cool.
Oh, he's wrapped up
That
in
little
the cable.
TP in the corner is over $100.
He's wrapped up in the cable.
God.
He's wrapped up in
I-
the cable.
Was looking into buying one for my daughter.
We got my niece one of the princess ones.
Whatever happened to bed sheets?
Oh God.
Yo, that actually kind of scared me. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, "Why is there a van coming?"
Final destination.
Truck
Video
Sama no.
game. Oh, that would be horrible.
Truck Sama, no, you're right. God,
I wasn't
damn.
ready to be isekai today.
Oh my goodness. Well, that was fun. All right. So now we get to the fun part. This is where everybody brings. Oh, wait, I gotta fix this stuff. Hold on. I gotta.
Yeah, James.
There we go. This is a section of the podcast where we each bring a topic to the show to talk about. You guys already had mine, so I'm gonna let you guys let it rip. Looks like James is doing research as if though he had not prepared his topic. So I'm gonna give him a second.
The only thing I can think of course, is
food.
The new Rainbow Six.
Goddamn, got him. Hey, to be fair, the first topic you brought up was food, so
Yeah.
he's not necessarily wrong. To be fair.
Yeah.
All right. So
Like,
Rainbow
I'm still
Six.
interested, like heavily interested in the new one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'll definitely end up picking it up. It looks different from regular Siege, so I'm interested in the play that they said like you have the option of your operators getting abducted and then you have to go on missions
Back
to
and
go
get
get
them.
them back.
Mhm.
So that right there is enough for me to be like interested enough to
Yeah.
go to try it out at
It's got
least.
an interactive aspect
Yeah,
more
so I was
than
like, okay,
what, okay,
that'll be
go
cool.
into the game, you got an objective, you complete it, you're done.
Yeah,
Now
so
you
like
gotta go, oh, well, you
I
left a
think you
man
have that
behind, you gotta
still
go now
too.
and get him, you know?
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm interested.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. So I'll give you a little bit of information on the game. Extraction is a game mode that was part of Rainbow Six Siege during a Halloween event. I want to say a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
And what it was is essentially Call of Duty Zombies, except the differences is
It's
Call of Duty. Well, no, it's still kind of zombie monster.
Yeah.
The game State of Decay.
Mhm.
They had like these zombies that were like had like a special virus, and they had like red eyes, and they had like buildings they took over where you had to go take out the hives or whatever. That's essentially what this is. Or at least that's what the event was, where you had to go in and destroy these hives. They were kind of like the objectives, but each hive area had, different things you had to do to destroy that area. In the meantime, you're resurrecting your teammates. Everybody does have like their unique skill from the operators in Rainbow Six Siege, which kind of led to some like cool gameplay, but of course not every operator translated well because like what is
Mhm.
like a security system operator going to do against a horde of zombies, right?
Mhm.
I think if they lean more into an FPS co-op game, it'll do great. I don't see a Rainbow Six game ever doing bad unless they try to be the next zombies game. I think that's when the game fails, right?
Well, like I would like to see them take the operators and make it into basically a Left 4 Dead type of situation where you've got,
Mm.
you've got to go through the X amount of levels, and with their abilities, let's say two people can do the offensive ones, and then two can do the defensive ones, and it's picked at random.
That's kind of what it
So,
is.
yeah.
But
So,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
and go that route, because like the gameplay style of Left 4 Dead is super fun, but having those types of abilities that they have in Rainbow Six Siege
The
would just
little
like bring it
razzle
to a
dazzle.
whole new level.
Oh
Like
yeah.
being able to like blast through a wall to take basically a shortcut and then finding a witch there. Ooh.
So
Oh
Like,
yeah.
yeah,
like it
I
would be
agree.
it'd be pretty sweet.
I think any game in the form of Left 4 Dead is fucking fantastic. My thing is that we have Back for Blood coming, and I don't want to double down. I want them to
Yeah.
do something more in the cusp of a co-op FPS game. Give me a campaign, give me the operator abilities, but like make them more co-op based as opposed to team defense and team attack based. Right.
Mhm.
What was the question though?
What
Good
do you
topic
guys
though.
think
I
about
agree.
it? Yeah, what do you guys think about it? So,
Lulu doesn't like Rainbow Six. We already had this talk.
Yeah.
She's such a hater. You know what I mean? We don't. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That kind of, but not really.
It's okay. Like
Church.
Everyone got to be a hater for something, right?
Yeah.
haters make you famous. You know. Sturdy, have you seen Rainbow Six's extraction mode? Extraction? What was it called?
Extraction.
Extraction. I have
Extraction. Yeah.
not. Is that the weird zombie crystal thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 I don't know.
Mhm.
I haven't looked too much into it. I thought I saw like a year or two ago. Is it still not out, or is it like a
I think
thing?
it's
Nah,
Or
yeah, it's not out yet.
this year or
I think it's first quarter next year.
oh,
yeah.
okay.
I mean,
Or
I will
something
say
like that.
like yeah, if it's like you have like the building mechanics of like destroying walls, and then like oh, you might have broken into a room full of fucking zombies. That'd be pretty cool. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Y-
I haven't played too much Siege, so I don't really have an opinion on it yet.
I,
I probably should pick it up at some point. But
I think the comparison of Siege is not right because that's competitive and this is not. So like I don't think you can really compare the two because it's meant to be like co-op. But Siege would probably give you like a feel of how the game itself as a whole would play. But like they do free weekends, so like you just have to look out. Like they do like free weekends where you can jump in, give the game a shot, and I think it's like $6. I actually think Siege is free to play now. They're just doing seasons.
It's free to play, but yeah, you have to buy the operators, I believe, or unlock them.
You can unlock them just same way you could before.
Yeah.
The new operators are opened by seasons only, so like you have to purchase the season to get the new ones. Cool. Who wants to give their topic next?
Hold up, I got one. I gotta pull it back up.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going back to with a real question this week. What skill that you have now do you wish that you mastered earlier in life?
That's a good one. Why are you trying to be thought provoking every week? I like
No. Every other week.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Next week it'll be back to the random crap, but wholesome this week.
What skill? What skill do I have now that I wish I had back then?
Yeah, or you can amend it. What skill in general do you wish you had mastered earlier? It could be something that you wish you knew now that you wish you had earlier in life.
Literally everything about streaming. If I knew what I knew today, because the way it is now is like my stream is a conglomeration of my friends, right? And the new friends we make and whoever else wants to come check it out and hang out. But if I had the knowledge I had today about how to create and how to put things together back then, and then I could have built on what I have now over the new years. Oh yeah, I'd take that in a heartbeat. I'd take that in just creation in general, not even just this or YouTube or anything, like any kind of creation. I probably would have drawn more too. I suck at it. I'm trying to learn. You know?
See, my answer is going to be a reverse because I've become more of an introvert over the years. I'd like to have my social skills that I used to have back in the day. You know, that would be the switch up that I would like.
Just messing.
Yeah. Wiggly one says stonks.
The stonks.
Smart. Yep. So you say stonks, and so does Snurdy. We could just answer that question for him.
Yeah, he's got his own channel in the Discord.
Only go up.
This man has his own Discord channel in our Discord for stocks. When's the last time you talked in there?
It's been a while. There's been a lot of pain. I'm not doing so well.
Yeah.
I've been kind of keeping my hands out of the market right now too. So.
I would stay out of it for a little while.
Yeah.
So.
Lulu.
Like I was getting ready to dive back in when we were seeing a decrease in COVID cases, but then
there's always going to be something.
Turned right back up.
Yeah, never mind. We're not going to get too much into it. Never mind.
I'm glad you remembered. Thank you. Lulu, what skill do you wish you had?
Honestly, art. I know I bring it up a lot, right? But it's something that I stopped doing for years because I was convinced that I wasn't good at it or I wasn't good enough at it. So when I did draw, at one point I was drawing every day, I didn't bother to improve because I sucked. And then I never improved. So like I didn't go to school for it. When I had the chance, I could have gone to art school. I went to acting school. Lots of stories there, but it wasn't until 6 years ago that I actually started doing art again. I want to say I had an almost 7-year break. And I didn't even start taking it seriously until about a year ago.
I remember when you started talking about, hey, what do I need to do to stream this? And I was like, oh,
Ah, sorry, you
let's
gave me so much advice. Thank you.
like I said, if I could build on what I knew, life would be totally different. Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah. No, I agree 100% with Art because I played instruments for so many years and I can play. If I picked up an instrument today that I've played, I probably could doodle around with it, but I feel the same way. Like I wish I. Yeah, I mean, I played 6 instruments. 6.
Yeah, he killed
6
it,
of
man.
them, and I could sing. Yeah, and I could sing. Could.
Yeah.
I was in drama, band, choir. Hell, I played football. I played baseball. I did a lot, man. Like if I could build on any skills, though, I probably would have dove harder into artistic. I did go to school for theater for a little while, and then I was like, yeah, this ain't it. I was like, this is not it. And man, if I would have stuck with that and built on my artistic side, who knows what I'd be doing today, you know? But again, I wouldn't have the squad. So all the steps I've taken have led me to where I am today. Yeah, no, when Lulu started drawing and stuff and she started posting things for Inktober, which she'd probably like to tell you that is coming up shortly. I think that like, so my wife is also into art and she is, I think, fantastic, but she paints and then, you know, she has a hard time painting or creating something and then leaving it alone and then enjoying what she created. A lot of people have a hard time enjoying what they create, and putting something on a wall in the house or something is like essentially that even if you create it is an eyesore because you can always see your imperfections or what you could have done better or what's, you know, so a lot of people are thrown off. And I think that's kind of my thing. Like I have numerous YouTube videos that I am not proud of, but people are like, no, man, it's great. Like, I'm like, yeah, but I could have did this and I could have done that thing. And right here, you know, I edited it up to this part and then I just gave up. Like there's so much there. So you asked a question that like really hit me there. Appreciate that, man.
You're welcome.
What about you?
For real, money management skills a little bit better.
God.
Yeah, like I am not in a bad spot, but like I could be in a much better spot if I didn't do dumb shit. Oh, rephrase. I didn't do dumb shit. I just bought a lot of dumb shit.
When we have to ask ourselves, hey, what kind of dumb shit we buying this week?
Right,
you know, there's a problem.
And like now I've gotten to a point, and it happens here and there, and like we all get to it, and you're like, I don't really want to buy anything. And like now I'm proud of myself when I get to those moments, and it's just like, oh, thank God. You know, there's anything that's like, oh yeah, let me just go spend $400 on this just because I can this week.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my main thing that I wish I had gotten to this point a lot sooner.
I'm telling you, man, we still have the wall and closet of shame. Like,
bruh.
I don't even know how much money that is anymore. It hurts. It hurts
I got
so
like
much.
$200 worth of Gundams sitting right there. Like, when the hell you gonna build me, bro?
I think the Faz is close to $200 by itself. Like, and I still have the legs to do. It's
oh wait.
It's crazy.
Yeah, let's see.
It's
That's
crazy.
Zombie is 160. Yeah, it's like $300. You got more than me though.
I don't even want to talk about it.
But those were times that I did have excess. So it was just like, hey, this is something I enjoy that I get a lot of time out of. Like, that's a zombie. I worked on it for 2 weeks and I only got, you know, the torso and head done. That's it. Oh, wait, that's not a zombie. That's a Psycho Zaku. But it was a good investment of $100. So, you know,
I mean,
what it is sometimes.
What is that thing right there behind me?
Oh, don't. We're not gonna talk about that.
I bought a whole 3D printer and I was cooking. I was cooking during COVID, and then I got a job and it was like, hit the brakes. Haven't touched
Hobbies,
shit since.
you say?
Yeah, I mean that's yeah. All right, so I guess that brings us to Lulu's question.
Well, I had one, but I think I have a different one now, thanks to actually. So, do you guys have that one moment, like you've had this one career and like that has been it for you, and then that one moment and that one day that made you realize this is not happening?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
I
if
think we're
so,
there all the time.
Uh, yeah. I've had that moment a lot. Um, like my job now has been my my job since I started college 8 years ago, and I've been there ever since. And it got me to where I wanted to be, like where I wanted to be in my career, and it helped me figure out how exactly I wanted to go about it. But sometimes I fucking hate going there. Like I love the people I work with, but the bureaucracy, and everything that we have to go through, it's just like, but they pay me really well. So,
Yeah.
I love every day I go to work, everybody loves me. I love all of them. It's just sometimes like you're like, why is this the policy that I have to do? Why is the policy written this way? Because it makes no sense. But yeah, so every day,
every day.
every day.
So I've worked a lot of really terrible jobs. We'll talk about what Wiggly in the chat mentioned. So I worked at this place which was a call center for UPS. And for UPS, I've done all kinds of jobs from locating lost packages to helping people find out where their stuff is to being cursed at by moms in during Christmas because me, Santa Claus, was the villain. We were part of a chat system, and they it was a thing where like you go to UPS and you're like, oh hey, I need to track my package, and you can call or you can chat. Any internet savvy person's never going to call; they're always going to chat. It's always easier that way. Like I believe it's easier that way. If I need to talk to someone from Amazon, I'm going to get in the chat. I'm not going to call. Well, it got to the point where like we were talking to 3 people at the same time, and like literally legitimately having to control 3 conversations about 3 different topics with 3 different people at the same time. And the final straw for me there was a couple of things. One, well, the moment I was like, this ain't it, was because one, I'd worked in retail and I'd worked in marketing and worked in fast and not fast food, but worked in restaurants, and I'd never worked in a place where I felt that my life was on a 15-minute increment and I couldn't take a piss without asking for permission. Like, I worked there for 2.5 years, and I got a job working in the ODU data center in IT. And the week that I worked there, I think I might have asked permission to go to the bathroom about 50 times because I didn't, you're conditioned, right? You work in restaurants, you only go during your breaks, or you work in retail, like you only go during your breaks. In this position, like you could have a 10-hour day and a 30-minute lunch and maybe a 15-minute break if it's not too busy. So like there was a point where I was like, yeah, I can't live like this anymore. Like I need to change. And I got stuck at ODU for 8 years, and then that was another this ain't it moment. And from then on, it's been like if there's an opportunity that I know that I qualify for, I'm going to apply for it. And I had anxiety. That's why I was at ODU for 8 years. So now I made a pact that every year I apply for a new job. Like even get it or not get it, as long as it's a change in my life and a change for the better, I need to apply for the job. So I recently took a position 2 months ago, which was a year outside of the current job that I was in, and definite improvement. So yeah, that is it now.
Put in a good word for me.
I mean, I already did. I already did.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see the fruits
Aw.
of my labor this week.
Mwah.
All right, James.
Mostly when the employers start piling on extra responsibilities that is not in your job description.
Oh, it says other at the bottom. You didn't read that?
Yeah,
That's exactly what they tell you.
Like I worked at the APAC
that's
too.
most of my day.
Like after you left, after Wiggly left, they got me out of chat. I went over to the the shipper side of the system. No, I went over to the preferred department, which was completely different atmosphere. I loved it. And then I started, of course, being the preferred department. We started taking soup calls.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They changed up the queues. And it was like, yeah, no, I'm used to talking to like Amazon and being like, okay, you want this package returned because this customer doesn't want it anymore. Cool, I can return that for you. To what Antoine was taking. And we took on the siesta jobs, so finding the lost packages and working damages, calling out to the actual facilities where all the packages that lost their labels.
Oof.
Like that was rough. Like having to do all of that.
That place
But
sucked, dude.
on the plus side, if I called out to the UPS centers, they hopped too whenever I told them what to do. So, I mean, but ultimately they were paying us what I was making a measly
$12
$15 an hour.
When we first started, it was
15.
like 11. No, I'm saying when we first
it was
started,
11.
it was like
yeah.
It was chump change.
But now, now I work for a great company. I'm about to get another pay raise.
Nice.
Yeah, and this is the third one in the last year.
Nice.
And I mean, it does drag on some days because I mean it's insurance. So I mean, it's kind of one of those things. It's people don't understand the necessity of it until they need it, and then they're like, "Oh, I didn't pay last month."
I don't want to.
So
I don't want to go too much longer because we're already encroaching in Lulu's territory. I just realized the time. Quickly, Snurdy.
Sorry, bro.
What was your "I need to leave this job" moment?
I think as soon as I don't know, I'm trying to think. There are a lot of moments. I think every time I've had to stay late unpaid just to solve issues for disrespectful people who don't respect my time and demand I fix shit, even though I'm not really supposed to be here. And the only reason I'm doing any of this is because they're quote unquote important VIPs that have my boss's number who I don't want them to call and make it their problem. I'm very much a go-getter and trying to basically convince people to, I do good work.
Does it sound like he's trying to convince me to get him this job or what?
Please.
All right, guys, this has been the SKWADcast. I appreciate you for hanging out for us. I know this one went a little bit long. I mean, we've been having fun talking. It is what it is. The topics got a little weird. I'm sorry for that. I was really curious about the technology thing, even though I knew kind of what the answer was going to be for most of it. But if you enjoyed the show, please make sure to hit the follow button. If you're feeling a little generous, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We still need more subs to hit the goal, so we can unlock the new emotes. If you feeling even more generous, if you want to check this out on YouTube later on, maybe share it, give it a like, leave a comment, or give us a comment and let us know what topics we should bring up next time. Feel free to do that. Also, in the description below in the Twitch channel is our social media. I have one for the SKWADcast specifically, so if you guys have any topics, you can share them there, or give it a follow because I'll start posting information there about the SKWADcast once we get a few more episodes in, so I can start compiling information. Guys, thank you very much. We appreciate your time, and we will see you in the next one. Good show, guys. Good show, guys. Yeah.
It's been lit.
Squad.
What?